Here's a nice little verse from Daniel. The king replied to the Chaldeans, "The command from me is firm. If you do not make known to me the dream and its interpretation, you will be torn limb from limb, and your houses will be made a rubbish heap." There's a hint in this verse that the king is serious about his dreams. Why aren't we? Why aren't we serious about our dreams? What happened? You're different, and I acknowledge that. You're here because you are interested. There's a number of things that have caused us to have a low regard for our dreams. Probably our biggest one, especially in Western cultures, is our educational system, science. It's based on Greek thinking, and the Greeks believed that the only way to gain understanding is either through the senses or through reason. And nothing else was important. And we've adopted that. And the emphasis in our educational system is on left brain, logic, reason, all of those sorts of things, and not on the other side of it. Anybody who's involved in the arts knows it's really hard to get an interest generated in that area. New Age movement, they believe that dreams are a connection to the higher consciousness. And unfortunately, as soon as the New Age takes on something, then the church usually drops it because, there's this tension on it now. And that's unfortunate because it belongs to us. It doesn't belong to them. And I believe firmly that it's the fear of the Lord that's the beginning of wisdom. That's the starting point. And if you don't start there, who knows where you're going to end up? We as the church, the dreams are ours because they come from God. We have a fear of the Lord, and that gives us the right starting point, and we'll end up where we need to be, but not through the New Age movement. Culturally, how many can attest to this line, this comment? It's okay now. It's over. You can go to sleep again. It was only a dream. I think just about everybody has either heard it or used it, and I'm guilty of that too. What we've just been taught or taught our children is that dreams aren't important. And that's unfortunate. In our new book, which I'll be talking about tomorrow, I deal with the issue of children's dreams. If you have a child who dreams and wakes up crying because of their dreams, you'll want to find out about that, because there's a significant message to you in their dreams. So culturally, we've discredited dreams. I spoke at an African pastors' conference, and the African pastors were, of course, dreams are important. I wouldn't want to be in the ministry without them. And the North American pastors were just, but that's changing. God's doing a work. Now, within the church, there's also, in a lot of churches, a lot of denominations, a belief that God only speaks to us through the Bible now. And while that's true, I believe that's not the only way He speaks to us. In fact, if you're really serious about that belief, then you have to deal with God's promise to speak to us through dreams and visions. We've read some of those already. So how do you deal with that? God does speak to us because He wants to. We're His children.